on Disney Plus, arriving on Thursday, November the 14th, we have a new drama series called Say Nothing. And here's a clip.
Joining the IRA was the noblest thing a person could do. The goal was to kill as many soldiers and as many policemen as possible.
I would die for a united Ireland, and we're ready for our next assignment.
No balls on that wee girl. They say they're fighting in the name of the people.
All right, listen up!
If we want to send a message, we just need to be louder.
Yeah, as you say, this is on Disney Plus, and it's a 9-part drama, and this is really quite chilling, I think. I don't know how you feel. I'll find out about that in a minute, Ian. But for me, it's the IRA, the Irish Republican Army. It's I remember travelling into London, in my younger years, and there used to not be, I don't know if their bins have even returned to Waterloo, but and to sort of big stations, but there were always concerns, and you hear less of it really. Of course you do now, but this is set during those big troubles in Northern Ireland, and it really brings to life the passion and the feeling and the sense of upset, the disruption, and of course the devastation that was caused. So we've got Josh Feenan, who you'll know from The Responder, is playing IRA leader Jerry Adams, who, of course, as we all know, has denied any involvement in this terrorist organisation, and I think he does an amazingly good job. For me anyway, you're brought into this immediately. It's action packed. It's so heartfelt, and every single person brings something to this, and you can see that they're willing to give everything for their beliefs. And I think for me, with a little bit of a potted history, all of this, it kind of fills the gaps. It fills the gaps too. So it's based on the book by Patrick Radden Keefe, and it starts in it's about 1972 with the real life kidnapping of Jean McConville. Now, the thing is that it's quite convoluted because it's so action packed. You jump around, but the whole point of this, and this comes back to the title, and I hope I'm articulating myself properly, but you can't say anything. Say nothing. You don't say anything. You don't say anything at all, and you accept the consequences of what actions you take, and being brought up in families where you solely believe this is the right way. And I think you see the feelings of both sides of this, which I think is, we only see one piece of news coming through, don't you? We only see what we only know what we hear, I should say, from the news, and this kind of shows both sides, but it's incredibly pacey, really quite sad in places, really upsetting, and also just unbelievable because, of course, it's it's based on truth and what happened. Ian, what did you think?
I really liked it. I thought it was great, and of course, remember the Stephen Knight drama This Town, that sort of delved a little bit into the IRA bombing campaign in mainland England. Not surprisingly, in the UK, we're kind of fed very much the British perspective of the Troubles. But this, I think, is really good at, as you say, explaining, all right, why did people join the IRA? Just, the sense of tremendous grievance that Irish Catholics in the north and in the south felt, not only about the partition of the country, and then partitioning countries, which Britain has done a fair bit over the years, it never ends well, unsurprisingly. So yeah, I think it's a great drama. As you say, it starts with this notorious kidnapping by the IRA of this single mother who's got loads of kids, presumably to be taken to her death. And then you kind of got two timelines mainly playing out. So you've got these two sisters who are gradually becoming radicalised and joining the IRA and getting involved in the fight against the Brits. So you see that happening. They're played by Lola Pettigrew and Hazel Doupe. They're called Dolores and Marion Price. And then years later, you've got Maxine Peake as the older version of Dolores, she's giving an interview to someone who is sort of getting testimony about what happened back then from people who were involved, and so she's telling her story, and then we see that reenacted. Yeah, it's quite an odd one in that, as you say, they flash up after every episode the disclaimer that Gerry Adams denies any involvement in the IRA, but of course he's a main player in the story as an IRA leader, so that's slightly odd. But I think it's really well done. It's got Anthony Boyle as well, who was in Shard Lake and Masters of the Air, and he plays a key player in the IRA, the strategist Brendan Hughes. He's great in this, so it adds a new perspective, I think, to the story of the Troubles. And I found episode 1 compelling.